Have you ever had that feeling that a company knows you're about to leave them, maybe even before you do? Well, you're not wrong. Increasingly, the answer is yes, and it's all thanks to artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to dive into how AI is completely flipping the script on customer retention, taking it from educated guesswork to some seriously powerful data-driven prediction. Let's get into it. So here's our roadmap. We'll kick things off with the huge financial hit companies take when they lose a customer. Then we'll look at how we actually teach machines to predict the future and how they're becoming co-pilots for customer success teams. We'll also get into the big data challenges they face and, of course, tackle that critical tightrope walk between personalization and privacy before we look ahead at what it all means. So why all this focus on keeping customers around in the first place? Well, it really all boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful business reality, the bottom line. And this number right here, this says it all. Research from the telecom industry shows that it costs anywhere from 5 to a whopping 25 times more to get a brand new customer in the door than it does to keep one you've already got. That's a staggering multiplier, and it's the economic engine driving this entire push for predictive AI. And this chart is a perfect example of the kinds of patterns AI is built to find. In one major study, the customers who packed their bags and left were on average paying over 21% more every month than the ones who stayed. Now, that's a huge signal that price is a major driver. It's exactly the kind of subtle but totally quantifiable detail that a machine can spot across thousands of accounts in a heartbeat. Okay, so how do we actually get from a mountain of raw data to a scarily accurate prediction? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine that makes all of this work: machine learning. At its core, what we're talking about is a classification problem. You're basically teaching the AI to sort customers into two buckets: likely to stay and likely to leave. It learns by studying tons of historical data, looking for all the complex little patterns of behavior that separate one group from the other. The end goal is to build a model that can look at any current customer and make a really good guess about their future. But here's the thing, an AI can't learn from a mess. Garbage in, garbage out. So this is where the really crucial behind-the-scenes work happens. First, you have to fill in all the blanks in the data. Then you've got to find and deal with any weird outliers, those strange data points that could totally confuse the model. And finally, you have to organize all that raw information into clean categories or features that the algorithm can actually make sense of. Without this prep work, the AI is basically just learning from static. Now, this technology isn't just some blinking red warning light on a dashboard. It's actually evolving into an essential tool for the people on the front lines, the customer success managers, or CSMs for short. The key idea here is augmentation, not replacement. You got to think of the AI as a co-pilot. It's the one doing all the tedious, heavy lifting, sifting through endless data, flagging risks, and summarizing everything. And that frees up the human CSM to focus on what humans do best: thinking strategically and building actual, real relationships. And this slide really shows the night and day difference. The old way of measuring customer health was based on these simple, static rules, like, did they log in this week? But AI-driven scores, they're alive. They are constantly, dynamically analyzing dozens of signals, everything from product usage to the tone of voice in a support email, and they adjust their weighting over time. The result is a much more accurate, up-to-the-minute picture of how a customer is really doing. So the promise of AI is obviously massive, but there's a huge practical hurdle that almost every company runs into. The very data that's supposed to fuel these incredible models is more often than not a complete and total mess. This statement really captures the deep irony of the problem. The very people who are hired to build relationships with customers often end up spending most of their time as manual data crunchers, just trying to piece together a clear picture of what's going on. And this is exactly why. A single customer's story is just shattered into pieces across a dozen different systems. You've got support tickets over in Zendesk, billing info in Stripe, usage data somewhere else, not to mention all the notes and emails and meetings. Trying to manually stitch that all together for every single customer isn't just inefficient, it's pretty much impossible to do quickly. This data chaos is the exact bottleneck AI is designed to break. So as we get better and better at using all this data to predict what people will do, we run headfirst into a critical, ethical crossroads. How do we balance giving people an amazing, personalized experience with their fundamental right to privacy? Just look at this chart. It tells such a powerful story. Almost nobody actually reads the privacy policies they agree to.
And this creates a huge gap in what we call informed consent. We're all clicking agree and giving away our data without having a clue what we're really signing up for.
And, that lack of understanding, it fuels some serious distrust. A staggering 81% of people feel that companies just aren't being straight with them about how their personal information is being used. This isn't just a PR problem, it's a fundamental breakdown of trust that any ethical AI system has to solve. So this table lays out two very different playbooks companies can follow. On one side, you have a proactive approach, like Salesforce, which tries to build ethics right into the design process from the very beginning. And on the other, you have a more reactive model, where big problems often only get fixed after a public backlash. This contrast really drives home how important it is to make ethics a day-one priority, not an afterthought.
So where is all this heading? Well, the future isn't some battle of humans versus machines. It's really about a partnership where each side gets to play to its own unique strengths.
And that brings us to the big question, the one that's probably on your mind. With AI getting so good at predicting and automating, is the human part of the equation about to become obsolete? And the answer, pretty resoundingly, is no. The crucial thing to remember is that AI is a tool. It's built to handle the sheer scale and complexity of data analysis, something humans just can't do. This frees up CSMs to do what they're truly great at, building relationships, understanding nuance, and offering strategic advice. You could say the AI provides the what, but the human provides the why and the how.
Which leaves us with this final critical question to chew on. As these AI systems become more powerful and woven into the fabric of our lives, the responsibility for making sure they're fair, transparent, and ethical, well, that doesn't just fall on the companies building them. It's really a shared responsibility that all of us need to be thinking about.